As this crowd gets up, making some noise. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, Winston. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Switch. Great 15. Great 15.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2.
Strip that ball. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Alert flare. Shift.
They'll try and run it in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The way with the 4-minute offense is just trying to go.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a play fake. Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A quick throw there out to Jeffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Keep coaching, spell.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Eagles on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that's complete to Sanders. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Check. Sunday. Banjo. Mike 51. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
On the carry, it's Wadley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go. Great. Hey, Grip 5-2, out here. 45. Mike, 45.
Back to throw, Wentz. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Third down and 12 yards to go.
Here we go. 280. You don't know no better. 45's the mark.
Now Wentz. Now he's forced out left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Wait. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Once more, Adams on 1st down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the ground, right side, it's Adams. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. White. 52. Switch. Hey, follow. 24. Here we go.
Here's Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Bucs, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering.